Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Homeward Bound.
Okay, so I see we've got three options, right? We either do the try and kite them bit by bit. We either try and climb down and cross the lava one by one, or we can walk across the bridge one by one. So I don't know. If I was to swan dive off the edge, I think I could take 4d6 falling damage, no problem. That's not an issue. It's climbing back up the other side that would be the problem. The other problem would be getting the pups up on the other side. Which might
What
prove
about
to be impossible.
not Grimes, Sean and Greg? How are you going to get them up and down cliffs?
Yeah, they could jump down. That's about it, really.
They can't get back up the other side.
Yeah. We could try and make it ethereal and send it across the bridge and see what happened.
Send the dog first.
Yeah. I'll send Mogwog first.
I didn't risk going close to the demons. You could send me back and see if any of them can sense me while I'm ethereal.
Yeah, I mean, that's obviously the next thing to try, but if you get caught, you're probably dead, and then we're all dead, so maybe we could try that plan, but with Mogwog and Nimrod. We could etherealness the two of them, tell them to walk across the bridge, wait for us on the other side.
Sacrifice Nimrod. I looked over to Nimrod.
He and Mogwog are sort of wrestling and snarling at each other. That looks friendly, but also they're weird demonic kobolds now. It's hard to tell if it's friendly or malicious. They're not eating each other yet, so it's probably fine.
I think, on balance, Grimes, no option is risk-free. And if we ever do make it home, well, what place would there be for Nimrod in a state like this?
There could be hope for him to get this reversed.
Sure,
Erickson,
there's hope that the etherealness plan might allow him to cross the bridge safely.
You and I could go ethereal and try and slip across. And if
Good.
shit goes south, fight. Or the three of us.
Yeah.
Could we... I worry about leaving this slot unattended.
If we test if it works, we can come back across and do it in a more regulated manner where one of us stays behind with them and one of us goes across with them. Maybe you're right. Maybe we should have it cast on the two of us. We'll approach from the side if we're noticed. Then we'll run and try and fight. Otherwise, we come back to the party and organize a full crossing.
So just you and I, or
Yeah.
shall I ask Zara to come with?
I don't think we can leave the pubs there without Zara.
Well, I'll relay this to Zara.
Unless it's better to just send you and you can make a run, like a run for it. You're faster than me. I'll slow you down if we have to run.
The beholder gets a round off of its eyes.
Yeah. We'll go together, Grimes. That's how it should be. Alright, well, I'm gonna have to... Zara, do you have another casting of that spell?
No.
Okay,
I have
I'm gonna
sleep.
wait.
Yes.
Let's wait. We'll send William and myself
So you guys have
out of
to...
phase at the front to see if we can slip past them.
Yeah.
You're waiting for Zara's etherealness, though, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you gotta wait for a little less than a day here while she rests, recovers, and channels with her god again.
If I can find... is there any lookout I can stand atop and watch?
Absolutely. Yeah, there's all of these little these vents, and because they're shining, sort of like facing all different directions, there's a confusing like sea of light and dark spots just extending out all over the place. You'll have to be a little careful when you climb one of these things to not be in the light that it produces to keep yourself hidden.
Yeah,
But you
I'll be
are
wrapped in scrag cloaks. And
you're an
hiding in
expert
shadows.
hider. Yeah, you can
Let's find
manage
the
this
best
problem.
conservative lookout I can to just keep an eye up the path to see if the demons ever send out scouts or anything.
Something else happens coming towards you. I mean, you guys are not in the middle of the path, you're off to the side, but coming down this road, if we can call it that, is a wagon being pulled by a gate breaker, and with maybe a 24 warriors, two taskmasters, and another one of these purple commander guys marching down the road. The wagon is near the back of the everything with only like 2 warriors behind it. All the other warriors are in front with the commander and the taskmasters in front, and the gate breaker pulling the wagon, 2 from the back.
I'll rush to the party. Shout, there's reinforcements on the way. A wagon with 24 warriors.
We have to stay hidden.
Everybody hide. Zara, wake up.
Zara snaps out of her sleep. What is this?
There's warriors coming down the path. We have to hide.
We can get deeper into the sort of
Yeah, I think we go off the road into the field, maybe 100 feet.
Okay.
Crouch down. Grimes passes cloaks out, pulling them out of his bag.
Yeah.
Everyone
down.
gets wrapped in the cloaks. The entourage begins to roll by. Wheels of the cart sort of clanging because they're poorly made. The group of demons just marching forward. If you do nothing, you can let them pass unmolested. Is that the case?
Tempted to ambush it, but I think with 24 warriors, they're not armored, right?
No, they're not.
No armor, no shield.
No armor, no shield, but they do have swords.
So 24 warriors, 2 taskmasters, and a commander, and a shield, and a shield, and a gate breaker. We can't fight that.
No. What do they have in the wagon? Can we see?
You want to get to a viewpoint to take a look? Give me a perception check to see if you can get an angle on these things by scampering up one of these taller bits. Yeah,
I
you
think I
can't
don't risk it. Is the back? Is it covered or is it?
No, it's not covered. You just don't have a good angle from where you are.
Okay.
Is the wagon right at the back, or are the warriors behind
There are
it?
2 warriors behind it.
How, could we kill the 2 warriors and then jump in the wagon?
Then what?
Cross the bridge?
There's 20 warriors in front of it.
Yeah, but if it's long enough, maybe we could just,
I don't think so. They're like 50 feet away.
Yeah, probably right.
Yeah.
I think we let it pass.
Okay.
See what else we can do, yeah.
It-
I'll live.
Slowly rolls past. You guys can see as it approaches the group of monsters at the front of the bridge. They begin to make ways. The beholder slowly floats forward and seems to be communicating with the commander that's walking with it. You guys are probably out of
purple guy?
earshot. Yeah, the purple guy. You guys are probably out of earshot of what's going on, but there seems to be a conversation, and the beholder scoots to the side and allows the wagon and the soldiers to pass. You can see they all go across the bridge. The gate breaker on the bridge moves away, backs up and moves off to the side. Everything crosses, and as the wagon hits the area where the stairs are, the warriors sort of surround the wagon, grab it from all different sides, and with effort heave it up onto their shoulders and slowly march up the tower with the wagon on their shoulders now.
Wow, sounds heavy.
Yeah.
What, did we see what was in the wagon?
No, I don't think you ever got a good enough view on it.
Did
You were in safe places.
the demons at the front go back to their formation?
Yeah, they go back to their formation.
Okay, well, no change then, I guess. Other than there's 24 more warriors at the top of the tower.
We could try communicating with the beholder. Wonder what the secret password is.
Magical. Why? Okay. Alternative plan then. You will etherealness you again. The main plan is for you to test whether the beholder can see you. Second plan is, if seen, try and talk to the beholder. And third plan is run and try and kite them.
I don't think it can talk to me in the ethereal plane. What's wrong?
I
see
forgot
you,
to
it might
include
be
a
able to.
monster on the field.
Which one?
Should be a shrieker here. Yeah. Not necessarily a big change for combat purposes, but this thing should be here.
If it could see you, then you might be able to talk with it.
I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about any of this. Alright, we'll stick to the original plan.
Okay. She finishes rememorizing her etherealness spell, and then
Does the wagon or does the gatebreaker come back or something?
yeah, the gate breaker like moves, lets everything cross, and then retakes
Well,
its
there's two
position
gate
on the
breakers.
bridge.
One
Yeah,
or two.
the second one goes up the tower.
Okay.
Alright, so Grimes, I think the plan is we'll approach the same way you did last time, but instead of climbing down the edge, we'll scoot around the edge of the cliff.
You and I
Hopefully-
together?
Yeah, hopefully sneak behind the beholder and then cross the bridge.
It's like right there. It's moved even closer to the bridge.
Yeah, so maybe we should come from the other side this time.
Yeah. Alright. Ethereal William and Ethereal Grimes approach.
And who else is coming with you? Is it just the two of you?
Just us. Should we bring the dog with us? She can
Nice.
She can take 3.
Well, if we're gonna take anyone, it should be Zara. But
I don't think.
She's not going to leave the pups behind.
Yeah.
so.
So William and Grimes are going to do what?
Approach the bridge, Ethereal, and see if they notice us.
Okay.
Not directly from the front. We're
I
gonna
mean, we'll approach from the side, but
yeah,
Sure.
you know, like something like this.
Okay.
Maybe we should bring the dog then.
I mean, she can make it ethereal.
Yeah,
Right.
alright, we'll bring the dog.
You bring the dog? All right, the Hellhound comes with you and is confused by its new surroundings. It starts looking around all over the place, sniffing for the air. It tries to like lick the ground. It seems surprised and confused and maybe a little scared.
It's a
Before we
hellhound.
go though, sorry, I
An
want to try
extraplanar
and
creature. Come to grips with yourself.
crouch down with Sean and Greg and try and get it in a decent mood to listen to what I'm saying before we have the spell cast, just to increase the chances that it'll
Yeah.
follow my orders.
Yeah, after a few minutes of acclimate, ooh, you're actually on a pretty tight
No, I mean
timetable here.
before the ethereal
Trying to
cast.
Oh, I
retcon.
see.
Yeah. But it's okay if it's a retcon then.
Yeah, I hear you. Whatever. Yeah, you can try and get it calm as she ethereals it. It's still a little confused as to where it is, and then you guys from a quarter mile away, run up to this side over here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
something like that.
And we approach. I think I'll take the point, and William with the dog at heel. Coming up behind. Do they notice us as we approach?
I need to do something on the GM layer for just a moment to see if and when they notice you. So give me just a hot minute.
There's an ethereal lurker. GG. Neal's
What a
laughing like,
dick
why didn't I
move."
think of that?
Because it's such a dick move. Just in case the party goes ethereal, I'm going to put some invisible ethereal lurkers all over the place, just so you can't see what's going on.
Oh, wait. My legs. What's the situation with my legs and my armor? Oh, but the armor's made
yeah.
of dragon scales. So it's
It's
organic, right?
organic. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't know if that matters, but
Well, so when you turn ethereal, your equipment comes with you, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I guess
Including
probably
stone
rope
feet.
would have been fine to come with you as well, since it would
So
be
Ethereal rope.
yeah.
So
it'd
my
be
stone
ethereal rope.
feet should come with them as well.
Yes, your feet come with you as well.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
They'll just immediately fall over as soon as I take a step.
God, I wish. I need to measure. Oh, this is not gonna work. Okay. That'll be fine. Neal, that'll be fine.
I hope no more demons come across while we're waiting.
This is not what I'm trying to do here. God damn it. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make
It's okay.
sense of some stuff.
We can just hand wave it if you want.
I don't think you want me to hand wave this. This is something.
Okay, I was just joking.
All right. There, that's what I'm looking for. All right. It looks like you guys are going to be fine.
Perfect.
All right.
I'm worried about the anti-magic ray making us ethereal.
Okay, you scoot along your side right there. And you can vaguely see the distant the outlines of the armor of these creatures, their shields, their weapons. They're sort of just this like blackish mist in the shape of armor, but the actual creatures themselves are not visible.
Grimes fingers his spirit blade, tempted to butcher this demon.
No, Grimes. No. Are you
Alright.
gonna go back across, or we just wait until tomorrow and then Zara's gonna come?
Well, you are on the ethereal clock right now, so let's just keep going.
We
Where are you going?
God,
Where are you going, Grimes?
This is so dumb.
No, Grimes, it's a great idea. Neal said we'd be fine. We just sneak behind
we
this
can't even
beholder
see
real
the
quick.
beholder, right?
You can't see the beholder. It is out of sight.
And out of mind. No, not out of mind.
Certainly not out of mind. Yeah, it looks like you guys managed to sneak behind it without being noticed at all.
Okay.
William, we need to. Are we staying here, or
Do you want to go back and I'll hold this side?
I don't know if you can. Grimes' face is wrapped. You can't even see him.
Yeah.
I think we should stick together.
What about the others? We can't just leave them with no word. They'll think they won't know whether we made it or not, or whether we died. We can't. One of us has to go back. I'll go back if you want. Okay, Grimes, you go the other side with the dog. Stay hidden. If more demons come, just keep yourself hidden, and I turn around and go back.
Where's these whispers coming from?
I think the whispers are in your mind, Ryan.
Grimes like reaches out to.
Splitting the party
William,
overnight.
Don't leave me. I grab the dog and yank it by its maw, and we scamper across the bridge.
Technically, it's Maws.
What am I thinking? Scruff.
Scruff. Ah, yes.
God, this is so dumb. This is so dumb. What did you get me into, William?
Why is it so dumb? It's worked.
And then we cross, and now we're gonna come to, and
Yeah.
we're so fucked.
A few minutes later, you will materialize, and I want to hear from you. Where are you going to hang out while you're material, Grimes?
With this stupid fucking dog.
Yeah, but right here at the base of the bridge?
Is there anywhere to hide, like underneath this bridge here?
The bridge does curve down. If you're at the base of it, you might be hidden from view, although
Is the seam hidden, or
like the platform you're on, this is level with this stuff back here. So you might be hidden from something, but not if like someone was directly across looking at you.
But wouldn't it be pretty obvious that it just goes around the tower until the steps curve around on the other side?
I think I'm gonna
Sure.
head up this. I'm gonna head up the steps a little ways.
You head up the
Dog
steps
so,
until it curves.
is the dog being quiet?
Yeah, for now. While you guys are phased, it's quiet, and when it comes back into phase, into the material world, it looks around, takes a moment to adjust. Each of the heads lick a different part of the ground, and sniffs, and it walks next to you, looking out for something to eat.
Okay.
If it makes a peep, I might
Throw it
muzzle
off.
it or kill it.
Right. All the way back across the bridge on the other side, William meets up with Zara, the kobolds, and the pups.
Okay, so I give Zara a thumbs up. It worked. And then
Where's Grimes?
other side. Wait.
Ugh.
We go tomorrow. And then I start think like I have a big empty backpack. Like, and I point to the backpack and then like point to the pups and then give her like a quizzical look, like, you know, maybe we could backpack up the pups and we could all go tomorrow.
Certainly not all gonna fit.
But
How many
got a
pups are there?
backpack
There's
as
like
well.
6, right?
6.
Zara
yeah.
doesn't have a backpack.
By
That's
creature,
human
you
technology.
You can't put humans in a bag. You've got a bag of holding.
Yeah. Well, so okay, so then it has to. If it's over 2 days, then it has to be me plus some pups plus the 2 kobolds. And Zara waits.
Well, she can only turn 3 people aside from herself. So she
Yeah,
could turn
exactly.
you and the 2 kobolds,
and I
and
can
then
carry
she's.
a couple of pups in my backpack. Perhaps.
I don't
Only
know.
2
They're
backpacks.
adolescent. You might be able to fit 1 in the backpack by now. Maybe 2. That'd be pushing it.
So that would be leave her plus 4.
Yeah, and because etherealness. Invisibility turns you and everything you wear invisible. Etherealness brings you to a different plane, and I don't know if it's going to count pups
Yeah,
in
yeah,
bags
it might
the
be.
same way that invisibility might, which wraps around like your form rather than transporting you. I don't know.
Leave the creature behind.
Yeah, it specifically mentions a number of creatures that can be
What
affected.
if you put them into a bag of holding?
That is a separate question altogether.
Yeah. Could you get them into the bag of holding? No, I think
No, because this is like a purse of holding. It's not like a nice big backpack. It's like a, bag
So I
that you
think
might
then-
open up to this big.
What about the kobolds? Because oh no, the backpack thing's not going to work. Kobolds wouldn't fit in the bag of holding.
we're gonna
No.
spend like 4 days ferrying people across. We're gonna get caught halfway through. We're so fucked. Grimes is just there for a day. We're so fucked. We're so fucked. We're so fucked.
Well, while Grimes waits,
Okay, so
give
I've
me a
got
perception check, Grimes.
Yeah, I think I will tiptoe a little ways up the path.
Well, it goes up a lot, but you can hear echoing down from the top of the tower the machinations of war going on. There is the sound of swords being sharpened, the grunts of warriors practicing their battle cries, the groans of the great gatebreaker as it hauls materials around. You can
From
hear
here, from the bottom?
It's just this seemingly one staircase that wraps up 1,000, 2,000 feet, and there are a lot of creatures up there, and they're making a lot of noise, and it does echo through this little chamber.
I think I'll wait for a while and see if maybe there's like an eternal demon battle going on the bridge or something, and see if they're gonna charge across the bridge.
Does that mean you're going all the way up to the top?
No. I'm gonna wait here at the bottom and listen to the sounds and see if they. Yeah.
It certainly does sound like a group is coordinating and preparing for some sort of battle. Yeah.
So I'll wait down here towards the base of the staircase, petting the
So-
dog, trying to keep it quiet and calm.
Many hours later, William, you notice a wagon traveling
yes.
down the road with a pack of warriors, some taskmasters, commander, and a gatebreaker pulling a wagon full of materials, about the same size as the last one.
Oh shit. Zara learned a spell again, or does she have 2 casts this
This
day?
is while she is memorizing spells.
Could you not learn 2 a day now? Because in this situation, that would obviously be very important. If she
That
could.
would be very important. These are probably the things we should have gone over before the plan was enacted. She does have 2 third-level spell slots. One of them she has used for repair injury. I guess she could cast that on nothing. She could hurt herself and cast it to burn the spell, and then memorize 2 this time around. It's still not going to make a difference for what is about to happen. So, William, while Zara is memorizing her spell, and you see this wagon coming down the road, or you see her, resting to memorize her spell, what are you gonna do?
How many of them are at the front? How many of them are at the back?
It's about the same size, about 24 warriors, 2 at the very back, a wagon with a gate breaker on it, 1 commander, 2 taskmasters.
And the ones at the back are unarmored, unshielded.
Unarmored, unshielded, carrying swords.
How big is the wagon? Like, if I was to jump in it, if I would say I somehow silently kill the 2 warriors and jump in the wagon, is it small enough that it would be obvious?
That's not a huge wagon. If you take like an Old West covered wagon but remove the big ass covering that goes over it, it's about that size. In theory, there's room for a person to hide back there, depending on what's in there. I don't know if there's room for Zara, the 2 kobolds, William, and all the pups to hop in. You won't know until you see how full the wagon is.
How long has Zara got left? Too long.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do.
Okay. The wagon passes you then. Unless you've got something you do.
I'm gonna act in the moment when the last 2 come past. What's the distance between the 2 at the back and the rest at the front?
Well, they're probably 15 feet behind the wagon. And then the wagon's attached to a gate breaker who's got, 15 feet between him and the next 2 people, then 10 feet between those 2 and the next 2, and 10 feet between those 2 and the next 2, and so forth and so on.
Can I get close enough to them so that I can attack them from behind with surprise in one round, both of them, 2 attacks?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to run at them at full speed at the last moment because they've been traveling and you've been watching and you've been off the path, and now you're getting to the point where you have to make a decision and go or not go. I'll have you make like a dex check to try and take them by surprise.
I can't make a dex check. Are they not passing close enough to the vents that I could just hide behind a vent and come out at the last moment?
How should we say? If you were to go to the vent, you would be getting there right about the same time as they're passing, because this has been coming for you, and you didn't really get, you don't see this when it comes out from like 1,000 feet away. So you see it as like the head of the army starts to like pass by the section of vents where you are, and then you're like, oh shit, there's these things, and you start looking, and the whole thing's coming by, and by the time you see like the wagon with the gate breakers, and you've been thinking about what to do, and now the whole thing's moving, and if you move quickly right now, you can catch up to them at the back. Or you can let him pass.
I can't let him pass, I'll kill Grimes.
What are you gonna do?
Grimes could hang off the edge of the tower, maybe.
They are marching on.
I think I'll let him pass.
They pass. Okay, Grimes, where are you in the tower?
He's already dead, he's left.
He's already left. Well, Grimes, where are you, buddy? Is it too late for him?
He might already be dead. He's gonna have to hang over the edge of the stairs like this as they all go past.
What edge? The stairs on the inside.
The stairs are on the inside.
The stairs are on the inside. Look, there's walls. They're on the inside of the tower.
Oh, okay.
Grimes!
That's better then. He can climb on the underside of the stairs.
What about the dog?
Yeah, the dog might have to die.
Okay, Grimes. You're in the tower. Where you said you're hanging out on the inside of the staircase, right? Like past the curve, so you can't near the base.
To the machinations of war.
Sure. Well, at some point, when you're taking a glance the other way, you see another convoy, let's call it, with roughly the same size as the last one, marching your way, and it has made it all the way up to the Beholder. It has passed William and the pups and everything. The leader of it is talking with the Beholder.
Is there anything up? There was nothing up the staircase. It seemed like a spot to hide.
Not in the distance that you've traveled, no. And forward comes the convoy.
Grimes grabs the dog by the collar and drags it down back to the base of the bridge.
Okay. Okay,
If we
so
can
you guys.
try and find a little crook here to hide in.
Okay, so
I pull
this
out-
here is on the same level as this over here. So if someone were over here and looking directly down this way, they would be able to see you. You know what I mean?
I don't see anywhere better to hide. That looks like the best, like in the shadows or whatever.
Okay.
Scrag cloaks.
Stupid dog.
Stupid dog.
I'm gonna
Maybe-
grab a bunch of scrag cloaks and cover the dog.
Like lay them over the dog.
Yeah, and like drag it down and try and get it to be quiet and calm.
Have your knife ready to
Basically
kill it,
under the
right?
bridge.
Do you
Yeah.
have an animal handling check or
I do
proficiency? All
not. No.
right, give me a non-proficient animal handling check.
I don't have any of the things that can like stun it, do I? What's animal handling based off of? Is it wisdom?
Yeah.
It's like my worst
It's-
stat.
It's
Wisdom minus one. Oh.
So what should I even roll?
So half your wisdom minus one.
My wisdom is 9, so half is 4, minus 1 is 3.
Oh
Holy
my
shit.
god.
Nat 20. The dog is quiet and calm. It senses the danger.
You cover it in scrag
I've got
cloaks.
4.5 pounds of scrag cloaks. They're pretty much weightless, so I think I just pile us with scrag cloaks, camouflage us in this little
my
shadowy nook.
God. Oh my god. Okay.
We hide.
Cloak of Elven Kind. Cloak of Elven Kind. Outdoors, natural surroundings, rocky terrain, 98% chance of being invisible.
Whoa! Did not know that. That's crazy.
Do they stack? What if I have 4 pounds of cloaks of elven kind?
No.
But he is a trained thief. Should
Okay.
have an extra 1%.
So, 98% chance to detect the dog. Grimes, what are you doing? Because you don't have to just lay low.
Same thing.
Okay,
We're
so you
both
are just
hiding
laying
in
low
scrag-
next to
yeah.
the dog? All right.
Yeah. And I think that's how I crit. I've got like my hand on the dog. If it were a regular dog, I'd have my hand wrapped around its mouth, but it's got 2 heads. I don't even know how I'm managing to do this, but somehow I probably got my hand over one of its mouths and the
It's
other.
probably terrified, right?
Well, William, why don't you roll me a D100? You want to roll a 98 or lower for the dog to see if it remains visible or not.
Oh, I can roll these all day.
Woo! And Grimes, same thing for yourself, please. 98 or lower, D100.
Spicy.
Good thing that wasn't like an urban setting or something.
Alrighty. The cart rolls over. The warriors march over. You keep a hand on the dog. You begin to hear its voice start to growl.
I whisper, and the whisper blends in with the bubbling of lava, but it calms the dog.
And sure enough, the entourage passes over you. Right past you. You can feel them coming adjacent to you. You know, the demon's feet are inches away from you at one point. Like, you could easily reach out and touch them. Easily reach out and stab them. Hamstring them.
No. One of them maybe, but not 24.
Okay. They pass.
What spell level is ethereal this? Can she get? Can she?
3. She can memorize 2.
She doesn't have level 4 slots.
No.
We've got enough to bring all the pups and not bring the kobolds.
She can transform 3 people other than herself. She has 6 pups and you.
Oh right.
She could bring all but 1 pup.
Could she hold the pup though and put a scrag cloak over it, or would that?
She doesn't have a scrag cloak. William, Grimes has them all.
They might. I gave them out when we were hiding from the first entourage. I don't know if they passed them back or if they're distributed
Probably
amongst the
been
party.
destroyed.
I don't think she's gonna leave one of her pups behind to maybe use a scrag cloak to cross the bridge. That's sort of like, sorry, Johnny, your mom is least favorite. Here's a cloak. I hope you don't die.
I mean, she could carry it and hold the.
Probably more likely to bring all the pups and leave William.
Oh yeah, or leave the kobolds. Who really cares about those things? She'll just take her 6 pups and leave William and the kobolds behind.
Would she actually do that?
She isn't. She could have left you by now.
I mean, yeah, to die, and she'd die without me. Everyone here is dead without William.
I'm not there. She could send William William and the kobolds.
Yeah, and
then
the
bring
next
herself and all 6 pups the next day.
Because she has to do it in separate castings. She would, so she could bring herself and then go back for the pups, leaving 3 of them there.
No. She could send William and the 2 kobolds
now, and then she comes tomorrow.
And then wait a day and come tomorrow with the pups.
And we risk another.
Right, but she'd still have to do the pups in two groups because there's 6 of them.
But she can
Some
cast
of those
twice.
shipments come every day. Yeah, if she had double cast it the first day, we would all be across by now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is what happens when your spellcasters aren't PCs and DM plays them suboptimally.
That's right. Okay, so I think it has to be me and the kobolds next, and then she comes tomorrow with all the pups.
All right.
Anyway.
Zara will cast Etherealness on the 3 of you, and you guys can go ahead and try it again to cross.
Try it again.
Cross again, William. Cross again now.
Hey, how are you rolling dice for now? You always do the rolling dice with you, isn't it?
It's kind of my job.
Always with the dice.
The question is, how closely behind William do the kobolds follow? Do they tag at his heels, or do they adventure off? It's unlikely for them to adventure off. It would have to be...
I guess, but he can't communicate with any of them.
He cannot speak their language.
That's true. But the kobolds are getting smarter, so, I mean, I at least say stay close before the spell is cast.
Ruh-roh.
For whatever that's worth.
Not worth much.
But I reckon that I at least now have a look that I can give Nimrod that's like, don't fucking mess around with me right now.
Yeah, you've definitely got angry eyes. I think that's a factor.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say the kobolds will get
Morale
one.
check?
I was gonna do a wisdom check at advantage because it's pretty obvious that they should be following William, but they might get distracted. It's unlikely, but it's possible. So we'll have to roll their wisdom. William, do you want to roll 3d6 for Nimrod's wisdom?
Love to.
10. And Grimes, you want to roll me a d20 plus 10 at advantage?
$27. Thank goodness for advantage.
All right. The kobolds will follow behind William carefully, sort of aware that this is an unusual danger situation, and these interesting floating objects in front of them are not going to be investigated. You do see Mogwog for a moment, like, stop right next to this demon, and then pulls back and marches forward, coming with William.
Okay, before we go, I guess before she casts the thrill or something, I'll say to Zara, like, tomorrow.
I think we're a little past this, yeah. We're already on the bridge.
She knows the plan. She knows the plan.
All right. Kobolds come across. You're all ethereal, and you rematerialize somewhere on the staircase. I did not mean to do that. Perfect.
I'm sure Grimes is no longer hiding at this point.
Right. It's been a couple hours. You guys are somewhere else.
Grimes, how did you hide from the convoy?
Thank Madrigal you made it.
Yes. We're here, we're all safe.
With luck and the goddess's blessing, I hid underneath the scrag cloaks. Would have been fine if it were just me, but this damn dog almost gave us away.
Oh, you managed
Where's
to keep
Zara?
quiet. She can't make it today. It has to be tomorrow. Her and the pups. We have to hold out for another day.
I start passing out the scrag cloaks again.
Okay.
I already have them wrapped around William.
Everyone's got a scrag
Wrapped them
cloak now.
around the kobolds. Dog.
Well,
Stay with the dog. I'm trying to keep the dog calm.
There will be one more convoy. This one's a little bit different. This one has thongs on it. Lots of thongs. No gear being brought. It has a pair of shriekers. And... a pair of lensmans as well. And that is it.
So,
and a couple of lurkers.
The stairs are on the inside, right? Could we not hide under the stairs? Or are they solid, like...
No, it's solid rock, solid stone. It's not like a
yeah.
wooden staircase, yeah.
I don't think we can all hide.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Try.
5.
Let's-
98% chances.
We can probably do that.
Yeah. Let's go up the stairs though. So if there's a fight, we
can't hide up the stairs, though.
yeah, we can. It's all natural rock.
Oh, yeah, but this is big enough.
If we're spotted here, all of the demons will join the fight.
We could
If
go
we're spotted
inside
up the stairs, we can potentially ambush.
Ah, we did it. We're all right.
No. That's a test roll, as I clearly noted ahead before it.
We could go inside, though, and hide inside the tower on the ground floor. That way we'll be out of sight from there.
I don't think there's a ground floor. I think it's a spiral staircase all the way out. Are there still demon noises up there, or have they ceased?
They seem to ebb and flow.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, well, if it's big enough, then yeah, maybe we can hide on the inside.
So let's go up. Like we see them coming. Let's go up the stairs.
All right, you guys begin the march up the stairs. How high would you like to go?
100 feet.
Sure. Yeah.
Enough that if we have to fight...
Grimes
we can
goes
just
first, and
off.
maybe I eavesdrop if I can, just make sure we're not walking into
All
the
right,
demon armory.
you
It's
head
2,000 feet up,
first.
right? So like
It's a long way.
going halfway might be nice, but
We're going to need to go back down to meet Zara, so...
You go up a couple hundred feet. The scrag cloaks have been passed out. You can hear the sound of the thongs coming, their claws clicking on the stones with each step they take.
all right, I say to the kobolds, don't make a sound. This cloak will hide you.
They're coming. They're
It's
coming.
coming. Press yourself against the wall.
They're coming.
And we get everyone covered in the cloaks and hidden.
Can you
William,
speak
you've
to
got to calm the dog. I'll get you all covered.
Can you speak to it, Grimes?
Speak to what?
The dog.
I don't know. Maybe.
It's smarter than your average dog. All right, but I tell it to be quiet, and what I'm going to do, though, Neal, is I will, once we're settled, I'm going to draw my sword and have it in a killing blow on the dog. If it starts to talk, I'm going to execute it. If it starts to make noise, in a crucial moment.
The hellhound.
Yeah,
I
so
would
I'll
just
have my
spill blood all over the stairs. That would give our position away for sure.
If you kill it, you will absolutely reveal your position, 100% guaranteed.
Okay, I went to it. All right,
Yeah.
Thanks for the heads up.
Rapid and scrag cloaks.
All right.
Now, dog. Remember yesterday. This is life or death.
Does it come out in demonic noises when he's talking?
No, he just speaks in common.
Right, so I think we all press against the walls, crouched. Oops. Where did the doggo go?
Oh, doggy one over here. All right, William, give me an animal handling check for the dog.
I get advantage.
Advantage?
What did before?
Bonus, maybe?
I don't know. I don't think so. There's going to be other dogs here. It's going to want to sniff their butts. Any advantages might get canceled by the desire
God.
for butt sniffing. All right.
Let it go. Let it join its demon friends.
Yeah, I will do. I'm not gonna.
Okay. William, 98% chance for yourself. Grimes, 98% chance for yourself. Oh.
Pass.
Grimes,
One
do
combo
Nimrod.
each.
William, do Mogwog.
What about that? Shall I do the dog as well?
I'll do the dog.
Okay.
Let him free.
All right.
He's home.
So no one sees you guys as you're pressed against the edges of this quite wide staircase, I do believe. Yeah, it's like 17 feet across. But as the group passes by, your hellhound it can't help. It needs to know what these thongs taste like. The ferris within the beast needs it. And it snaps at them, leaping out from nowhere, from as part of the wall, basically, and snaps at the monsters. A fight will ensue. There's no way the Hellhound is going to survive.
How many demons are there?
Let's see. This one...
Were there no warriors? It's just
there were
thongs?
fewer warriors. It was a large group of thongs, like 40 thongs and maybe 10 warriors or something like that. Yeah. The Hellhound is certainly going to die. The question is, does anyone run into Grimes or William or the kobolds who are carefully pressed, hoping nothing comes in contact with them? So we're gonna roll a die here.
It might not, even if it bumped into us, it might not realize that it was a person.
It might not, but it also might like brush your cloak and temporarily knock it out of the way. Disrupt your invisibility, your camouflage.
Yeah.
Woo! 17 is a great roll. You guys are fine. The Hellhound gets slaughtered, ripped to shreds by the thongs around it, and you all have to stand very, very still as you watch each and every thong that can get a mouth on this thing rip it to shreds. The whole caravan stops as Greg and Sean get ripped to pieces and get devoured by the demons.
Okay.
And then there's a pause, and the thongs sort of start... They seem confused, and they start looking around, and they look back the way that they came, and once Sean and Greg are gone, the thongs seem to have something going on with them, something unusual, as if they're searching. They don't find what they're looking for, but they do sort of bark at some of the other demons. The commander comes up, takes a knee, grabs one of the dogs by the back of the head and sort of stares at it. The other dogs whine and pull back. The commander picks up the scraps of cloth of the scrag cloak that are left on the ground after he was eaten and sniffs it, holds up the material to the light of the lava down below and looks at it. Takes a look around this area carefully and makes a perception check. I'm going to give him another 98% chance, or a 2% chance to spot you guys, so 98 or lower is going to be a success on this roll. This will be the whole group together. He's suspicious by something.
Thank God you said that.
Not a chance.
Damn.
Yeah, it wasn't a 2% chance of spotting you, it was a 98% chance of not spotting you. Doesn't see you. He takes a hold of the thong and just cracks its neck, carries it, and starts to munch on it as they all walk up the staircase together. And then they are gone.
No more hellhounds for us.
And we wait for Zara and the pups.
Okay. Zara and the pups will follow the next day. Or, some hours later. And let's see if Zara can control her pups. No problem. You all have crossed the bridge safely and soundly. Well, almost all of you have crossed safely and soundly.
Well,
Greg and Sean didn't make it.
Par for the course.
Okay. Let's move before the next convoy fucking turns up. Let's
Classic
go.
Greg. Okay. You guys climb the tower. As you get to the top of the 2,000-foot tower, you can hear the sounds of war begin. Apparently, this last convoy is what they were waiting for before launching their assault, and you can hear shouts and cries, bursts of fireballs, the sound of the gatebreaker charging, knocking things to the side, sounds of shrieking creatures falling through space. You make it to the top. You can see a huge bridge swarming with demons, battling other demons on the other side. They're, maybe 2/3 of the way across. There are hundreds of these things. You are at the very back of them. No one is looking back. Each one is eagerly waiting to take its turn. You can see the commanders chucking small fireballs into the lots. And I think it's here where we will call it for a day.
Wait, can we see the sky from here? Or is there a roof? It's
No.
Just another... So
You're
can
at
we
the
see
very
Madrigal?
top of the pillar. You can see Matrical in all of her glory. She has turned And she is directly on the other side of the bridge now. And maybe this is what's actually triggered the demons attacking. Maybe it wasn't waiting for these people, but Madrigal moving positions as they got to the top of the tower. It's hard to tell their motivations.
Are the demons on the other side indistinguishable?
There are maybe some slight coloration differences or slight build differences, but you couldn't pick out one side versus the other if you had to put your life on it.
What does the giant bridge cross? Is it like a huge sea of lava, or the actual
No.
sea? Or...
It's dark below. You can see small lights from the lava fields, but where the lava fields end, there is nothing. There's no
ground,
light.
Or we just can't see.
You can't see. Like, there's no source of light down there, and I don't think. Can you see starlight off of water? There is ocean down there. You might be able to see the reflection of a little bit of starlight from the waves below.
You know, if we'd have carried on sailing in the boat, we might have ended up on the where the bridge goes. Eventually. All right, well, you know, I guess we were out to cross the bridge next time. Do we get 54,000 XP?
No. We will get some experience for the Lava Tide fight. That is 19,120 divided by 2.5. Zara gets half XP or full XP? Full XP, right?
I think
she
we
gets
can do
full.
XP, yeah.
Yeah, so each of you takes home 6,373. If you get 10%, then it is 7,010.
Plus this.
Okay.
Nothing for bypassing the beholders.
Oh, that's true. That was just the one fight. The beholder, the whole crossing the bridge is definitely worth a fat load, whether you did it violently or not violently, because you are here at the top of the bridge. You have made it most of the way to your journey. At least the first leg of your journey. So why don't we divide? I think getting across the bridge is worth 9K. I would say 8K, but it's 9K. The math is a little bit easier. So why don't you each take home another 3,000 or 3,300 if you've got 10%.
All right. 464, 653. All right.
This has been another episode of Homeward Bound. We will see you sometime in the near future. Not near enough, though, for our next chapter.
Yeah.
Poor doggos.
Yeah, sad times.
Poor hellhounds.
All things considered, though, I think it's pretty successful crossing of the bridge.
Mm-hmm. I'm honestly surprised the pups and kobolds and dogs survived this long. I expected them to just be collateral damage much, much sooner.
Yeah. Well, you know, hope is important.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody had a nice idea in the subreddit that Madrigal's only here because of the hope of William's daughters, that William will come home.
Oh,
Nice.
sweet.
Gotta make. Are we still live, or are we?
Yes, the stream is still live. Yes, we haven't said goodbye yet.
I'll put a Reddit thread up.
All right.
Which number was this? 7, 8, 9?
8. Episode 8.
We got a name?
Lava Rising. As a reference just to the beginning of it, although maybe we should call it something different. I don't know. The name might change. And that'll wrap us up for the day.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next time with more Homeward Bound. Good night, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Au revoir.